Huh?
Lost to be found by someone to save you when you're down. Yes, I'm bored when it's bright out. So bored when it's bright out.
That is delicious.
Hello, everybody. My name is Marco Dupa,
Hi, guys. Hello.
and this is the One Beer In podcast.
I'll tell you what's bad is that beer just changed my mood.
Oh, good. Good.
Nothing like some good chemical dependency.
I was grumpy a second ago.
Like I said, my name is Mr. Dupa. Joined with me as...
didn't say that.
I said it.
No,
Yes,
you didn't.
yes. Actually, I did. When we play this back, you're going to look like a fool.
Everybody on the other end knows. if you said
Introduce
it or not.
yourself.
Yeah. Speak it.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Dave. I'm the host.
And the third co-host.
OBCS.
Welcome, everybody. We're having a beautiful night, and we're drinking some beautiful, beautiful Imperial Red IPA.
From Oskar Blues Brewery.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good night Imperial Red IPA.
Mhm.
8.7% alcohol by volume.
I did not know it was that much. I'm going
Is
to
the
drink some
pint.
more.
The pint size.
This is actually very good.
Yes, it is.
Pretty strong in flavor too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It doesn't taste like a normal IPA. It
No.
tastes like a red IPA.
Oh,
Really? So getting right into it.
Get right into
Entertainment news. The Space Jam 2 movie was speculated with none other than LeBron James replacing.
I've heard of him.
it. That one guy,
Yeah.
but it's not happening. At least according to Adam.
Mm.
Until LeBron decides that he wants to sign on, which I don't think he will. Because why would he? Why would a guy want to follow in the footsteps of the greatest of all time?
He
You
did
know?
when he started in the league. Number
Yeah.
23.
He did. And then he changed it. Do you know why?
Why?
Because he wants to be the greatest in the league.
He hates being compared to Michael Jordan.
Yeah, and I think he should, because most guys in the NBA, when they get compared to Michael Jordan, I look at it like bad luck, because
I guess, yeah.
if you go back to all the guys that they've compared to him, Vince Carter,
Yeah.
Grant Hill, Tracy McGrady,
T-Mac.
I mean, the only one who's really Kobe Bryant,
Oh, yeah.
LeBron James. I mean, the two last guys are the only two who really made their
Came
mark.
closest. Yeah.
But they had to differentiate themselves from Michael Jordan. You know, they had to do things that were different. They had to go off and do their own thing before people even respected them as individual players.
And live up to an expectation that was,
Right.
you know.
Every 5 years or so, they say that this guy's the next Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And every time, like they did it with Joe Dumars,
You think they'll ever
Jerry
stop doing
Stackhouse.
that?
No, they won't. And that's the problem. That's the problem with this new 24-hour news cycle with sports. Like, it's bad enough. We were talking about it earlier. It's bad enough that a 24-hour news cycle is so shitty. And in the internet age, they have to try to stay ahead.
Mhm.
So they have to try to, and they're wrong because they have to be ahead. But they have to try to stay ahead. So like they run that risk of being wrong.
It's
But
worth
they want to
the
be
risk.
first, right?
It's worth the risk to them
to be first.
Than
If you
to
say
be
something
right.
first, but you're wrong, it's like, well, we've got here first. All of our information is probably not right, but we said it first.
Right. It's the same thing whenever anything happens on the news. And
Right.
there's like, this.
You heard it first, right?
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
This event that's going on. They're like, okay, there's been a shooting. 3 are dead.
Right, listen
Actually,
to us.
there's nobody dead. And,
Well, but we said it first, though.
right.
Nobody shot. There was a
But we were there first.
It was just a couple of balloons.
Some balloons popped.
But we said it was first, so that's it.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with ESPN does that now, and that's why ESPN kind of sucks, because they try to be first with everything, and then it's just it just repeats. It's over and over and over again. So like you turn it on and you watch it for an hour, and you're like, okay, I kind of picked up everything, and then it's just over and over and over again. So like Tim Tebow, for instance, they love them some Tim Tebow, man. Anytime he makes news doing anything, it's just 24-hour Tim Tebow cycle. They just go through this guy's life story.
I mean,
And
he did it to himself though. Like,
Who, Tim Tebow?
yeah,
Tebow time.
yeah. I mean, that whole kneeling shit.
Yeah, his whole thing just rubbed people the wrong way. And I don't know. I think
But
it's,
it rubbed other people the perfect way, and that's why he has such a
yeah, rub
fan base.
Christians the right way.
Whoa.
That was for the that on purpose.
Okay.
It's for the effect. But anyway, yeah, that didn't help him much for most secular people.
Yeah.
It didn't help.
People aren't fucking devout Christians.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
It's gonna
I
be a
personally
lot,
think it's fine what he
I see
did.
that shit. I'm like, look at that fucking nerd.
That's okay.
Thanks, Jesus, for throwing the ball. Quarterback's like, what the fuck, bro?
My name is not Jesus. Yeah. I mean, I didn't have a problem with it. I get that Tebow's annoying though, as far as like just his stance on stuff and the way he.
but it
I'm a
wasn't.
superstar virgin quarterback.
It wasn't really.
Yeah.
It wasn't his religion so much of. It was his aw shucks attitude.
His
about
attitude,
everything.
it was his
That's what it
attitude
was.
about it.
Just like I'm just so. I can't believe this is happening to me. It's such a great thing. I love life and I love you. I don't even know you, but I love you. Like I fucking be more angry and cynical and like, dude, you got
Be like me.
look, you-
It's such
you got
like an awkward attitude for football.
Right,
Like, a lot of
exactly.
these guys,
You
you're
can't
like,
be.
let's fuck these guys up.
He's like, no, I just gonna love everything. It's like, dude, you got signed to the Jets. You played like 3 snaps, then you got dropped, then you got signed by the Patriots, and then they dropped you before you even made it past training camps. Like, be angry about something.
Yeah.
You know, he's just got this good old boy attitude about everything, and it just
this
makes me
old
angry.
Adam Rodriguez attitude.
Oh shucks. Yeah.
Oh shucks, ball.
I'm about that action, ball.
Yeah, see, that's what if he came in the interviews talking like that,
Yeah.
kicking back with sunglasses on, that's Marshawn Lynch. And did you see any of his interviews?
Yeah, he's just
Beast
like,
mode.
He's like, this is so dope.
What's up, boss? Man, just about that action. So how do you get prepared for the Super Bowl? I don't get prepared. I stay prepared. I'm already there. There's no getting there. I'm already there. Some of the best quotes ever. But yeah. So I if I was him, I wouldn't want to do it. Going back to LeBron, if I was him, I wouldn't want to do it. I would just. But then again, I mean, it's the cash cow, man. It's the money machine. If Warner Brothers is gonna throw you millions of dollars, why wouldn't you do it?
Does he need
These fucking guys. No,
money?
they don't need it, but they're gonna keep just accepting it. Because why wouldn't you? At what
Yes.
point do you say enough's enough? You don't.
Yeah.
Like if you were in that position, would you ever say no to money?
But the thing is, I think he's.
Flappy Bird creator did.
Oh, shut up. Anyway, I think
The Flappy Bird creator has more dignity than LeBron James.
it's true. It's probably true.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say I think that
First, he pissed
LeBron.
off all of America.
I think that LeBron is more worried about getting another ring than being in a movie.
Well,
Right
yeah,
now.
of course.
So if it diverts his attention or makes it even seem like his attention is diverted and gives somebody an excuse as to why he's not playing as
Oh,
good
right,
as he did,
yeah.
then he's not going to want to do
That's
it.
yeah. That
Yeah.
that would put a huge target on his back.
Yep.
Well, I don't think. I mean, but then again, they wouldn't film. They would film in the off season. So.
Yeah, but even so, like when he could
Yeah,
be
they would still be
training-
looking at like you're not in the gym, you're
Right.
filming a movie. Like at least Mike was retired,
Yeah,
and then
Quote,
he came
unquote.
back. Yeah,
yeah. So
but yeah, so yeah, that's not a good look. And then I mean, it's just like, what do you do? Like, why revisit something like that? Movie came out 15 years ago.
yeah,
Let it go. It's just gonna keep getting more and more popular. And then if you do this shit, it's gonna ruin it.
Yeah.
It's gonna ruin it.
LeBron doesn't have the love behind him.
Right. There's still a huge contingency of people who hate him as a person.
Right.
Mike didn't have that. He was universally loved. There wasn't a person on the planet who didn't like Michael Jordan. I mean, they even do it in the movies, walking around,
Yeah,
and
that's
there's
right.
people, "Hey, Michael!"
Hey,
Like,
Michael!
I mean,
Yeah.
and that was real life. LeBron doesn't have that.
Nope.
LeBron is an anti-hero at this point. Like, he used to be straight up villain, and now he's starting to. Now he won a championship, and people are like, well, "Fuck it, we can't." I mean, whatever. Then he's been putting up better numbers year after year.
so strong.
Right. I mean, at some point, your hate becomes indifference because it's like, well, fuck it. Like, he's not doing anything anymore. Like, back when he was making the decision and everything, you had a reason to hate him.
Yeah.
But now it's like, whatever, man.
He's there.
You can't be indifferent about a guy that you're supposed to love, especially when a guy's supposed to be making a kid's movie.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. It's not going to work. So I read somewhere where they were talking about if it's not LeBron, then what about Kobe? But Kobe's like almost 40. No, Kobe is 40. No, he's almost 40.
Yeah.
He's on his way out. His knees are all banged up. I had to drop him from my fantasy league.
Oh God.
That son of a bitch cost me a playoff spot. him and Derrick Rose, those two pieces of shit.
Getting choked
Fucking
up
hate
over
All
them.
right, calm down.
Relax.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Frothing.
So I don't think it's a good idea, and I also don't think the Matrix trilogy prequels is a
shut
good
up.
idea either. What did you think about that?
In other news, apparently,
Smooth.
no, that wasn't smooth.
It was
at all.
smooth.
No, that was
Fuck
Rocky
off.
Road. That was Rocky Road.
That was great.
Speaking of Rocky Road,
Mm.
what do you guys think about the Godzilla remake?
Boom.
Shut up. What is Rocky Road and Godzilla?
Yeah, like
This
his
is the
back is
prequel,
all
sequel,
Rocky.
remake
back is
episode.
Rocky
Yeah.
like a rope.
Yeah, boom. That's it. That's what we're titling this one. The
What?
prequel, sequel, and prequel
Remake
episode.
episode.
Yeah, prequel, sequel, remake.
LeBron episode.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Prequel, sequel, and remake episode. So, in light of this new title, we'll start with. Well, we
Matrix.
already started with the Matrix.
Well, where would they go with it? How is it a prequel? Could they?
Wait, pause. We didn't really announce what.
They've
is going on
already
here.
done prequels. It's called the Matrix Animatrix.
That's not going to be a part of it. I was
No.
reading that they were saying that that's not going to be a part of it, and neither is Well, they're not going to go into. They're not going to. I don't know.
No. It has to. That's canon.
No, they said they're not going to do the Animatrix. That's not going to. It's not going to
That's
have
not
anything to
part
do with
of-
the. It's not. Well, that's what. That's what.
Okay,
the
well,
report I
wait,
read said.
because the Animatrix happens in between 1 and 2, though. So.
Well, it does. It does. It's before, during, and after one. Because it's
Really?
because there's the story with the kid that he saves who
Yeah.
becomes mad annoying.
Yep.
And then there's
He's in part 2.
then there's the he in
the kid
part
that
two,
jumps off the building.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
him.
That's how he boots out.
Right,
Uh,
right. Just, like kind of like messes with the continuity
Yeah.
of it because it's like, wait, you can just
They
Sure,
make a
so.
new excuse as to how you can get yourself out.
and that's kind of what pissed me off about the Animatrix, but that's a different thing.
Yeah.
Then they also had the story about how the war came to be.
right.
So that's a complete prequel. I mean,
Okay.
that's
okay, that makes sense. Now.
so
So they're excluding that at least.
yeah, all that. Well, I don't know. Maybe they should, if they're going to do a prequel, maybe they should do. You know what I was thinking when they?
you know what I was thinking? Maybe you should finish a sentence before you start the next one.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go off into another tangent.
Yes.
I thought it would be really cool if they made a movie about the architect as a young man,
Oh.
and then have it set up to where like the ending of the movie is
he's
him.
in that room.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how the movie ends, and then he picks up a pen, and then that's how the movie
And then
ends
he goes,
because
you want to see a magic?
He picks up a
stabs
spoon.
it. But no, I think that would be pretty cool if at least the architect is in it. You know,
Yeah.
he has some kind of role in the prequels. He has to,
That'd be real swaggy.
right?
Real swaggy.
To be swagged
A
out.
little surfy.
Because okay, what they say in the original Matrix is that there have been 6 the ones, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So they could do any of those. You know,
Would that just be like the Last Airbender story
basically they could just do
over and over again?
6 times
Yeah.
at least. They could just keep doing it with different
But you have-
guys.
you have to think of how would
But they would have to end with the world ending.
Yeah, and like it would have to be an interesting thing of like doing it over different time periods so that there's a real difference
How long
in
is the
feel.
war? How long is the war last?
It's been going on for 100 years.
Oh, okay.
Because what we think is 1998 is actually 2098, I think he says. I think Morpheus says.
I'm not familiar. It's
I've-
been a while since
I've seen him over and over and over.
The only
all
one
3 of them.
The only one I've seen religiously is the first one.
I've seen all 3 of them religiously. Just can't get enough of that Smiths fight scene when he fights the thousands of Smiths.
Yeah. The pole.
Just can't get enough. Actually, I watched it last night.
Mhm.
I did.
Just the fight scene?
Yeah. It came on TV, and I said, I can't turn this off. I can't go to bed until I watch this scene. I watched the scene, and then I went to bed. But yeah, so
Cool story, bro.
yeah, so I don't know. There's a lot of opportunities they have with it. I don't think it's going to be very good because the Wachowski brothers have kind of failed me in a lot of aspects so far. I mean, the first one was obviously his classic sci-fi
yeah.
film. The second one was the third one was almost god awful.
Yeah. It went to the bad spectrum in
Yeah.
3.
And then what else? What have they done since then?
They did.
They did Speed Racer.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's right.
I actually really enjoyed Speed Racer.
Did you?
Yeah.
And they did something.
David just had an aneurysm. Real
I
quick.
had an epiphany of something.
Yeah.
They
Anyway.
did another big
They
movie.
did one recently.
Cloud Atlas. Cloud Atlas.
Yeah, Halle Berry and
Yeah, and fucking everybody.
yeah,
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Halle
Yeah,
Berry and Tom Hanks playing everybody.
yeah, playing
Basically,
everybody.
yeah.
Yeah. Apparently
Both
it's
of those
really
movies did not go over well with the general consensus.
long. Yeah, I mean, Speed Racer actually like did okay. It just didn't do well in theaters.
Yeah.
as far as like the
Where it
box
counts.
office.
That's I mean that's.
Well, no, I mean like critically did okay.
I've lost faith in them.
Are they gonna be directing it though? That's the question.
Yes, they're doing this. This is their project.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're
Well, I mean, we'll see.
and it's like okay, if
it's
you
the
do,
same group of people making the prequel,
it'll be at
I
least
could get behind.
it'll be at least faithful to the first three.
Right.
But
Stylistically too.
yeah,
I mean,
right,
yeah, yeah.
right. So
It's
it's
gonna have that.
if you even remotely enjoyed the three movies, then
If
I mean
you-
I'm gonna go see. Let's just put it that way. I will see all
Right.
three of them. I will.
If you love horn orchestras, you'll love The Matrix.
Yes, I'm gonna go see all three of them.
Right.
If you
That's-
love
That's happening because well,
postmodern goth,
we
trench
need
coats,
movies to see.
You will love The
You know?
Matrix.
Like what? Like, well, I mean, we missed all the Oscar
It's
nominees.
true. Well, most of them. We caught a couple of them.
You caught a couple of them.
If you love the white
You
collar
saw.
representation
Shut
of
up.
corporate America, you'll love The Matrix.
Are you Amazon?
You saw American Hustle, right?
Yep.
What else did you see? What other Oscar nominees
Gravity.
did you see?
We saw
You
Gravity.
guys, yeah, right. You guys watched
Comedy of
Gravity.
the year.
and then we saw. You never saw, but you saw Wolf of Wall Street,
Yep.
right? I saw it. You didn't. see
You know
it.
what we didn't see?
What?
Lego Movie.
It's true. You
You're
guys should
right.
have seen the
We
Lego
need to go
movie.
see that.
Lego movie is really good.
Shut
really,
up.
really good.
Yeah, shut up, dude. I don't want to hear it. But other than that, we haven't seen any of the Oscar nominees. So
Yeah,
You know?
it's tough because they have Dallas Buyers Club on top of that.
that's out already.
Bad
On
Girls
DVD?
Club.
Yeah, that's out on DVD.
Shut up.
Bad Girls Club.
No.
The Butler's out on
The
DVD.
Butler,
Not
right?
even a movie.
Captain Phillips is out. Tom Hanks did not get nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah,
I thought he got
there's
nominated.
probably a limit of how many you can have.
Sorry, Tom. You got enough.
Tell that to Daniel Day-Lewis.
Seriously. DDL all day.
Word. I really thought he was going to get nominated just from all the press he was getting.
But the
But
thing
he didn't
is,
get
like,
nominated.
see, I'm surprised that The Butler got nominated,
Really?
given how many other films were out. Like,
Well, you know what's funny? I was talking about this with Ian,
Mm.
and we were saying how you got to pick a black movie, and then that's the movie you're gonna.
was it not
nominate.
12 Years a Slave?
Yeah, exactly. 12 Years a Slave is the black movie that they picked. The
Right.
Butler only picked up a couple nominees.
Yeah.
Oprah got snubbed for best supporting actress.
Mm-hmm. Supporting, right.
I heard she did really good, and she's actually a pretty decent actress. Have you seen The Color Purple? No,
Yes.
because
No,
you're not
he
black, so you haven't watched The Color Purple.
Right.
So 12 Years a
I
Slave.
have no need to watch
12 Years a Slave is the black movie that they chose because we were talking about Fruitvale Station and how Michael B. Jordan didn't get nominated. So
Right.
that would have been the movie, but then 12 Years a Slave came out and they were like, okay, this
Let's
one is
back off
this
of
is
that
it.
one.
This is let's push this. We
Yeah.
can't have too many black nominees. That's too much. Just
That
think about
sucks,
it. Think
though.
about the best actor race would have been Chiwetel
wait, what?
Ejiofor or whatever, however you pronounce his name.
best actor race or best actor race?
Best actor race. Both.
Mm.
Hear me out. You would have to have two black guys
Right.
in the best actor nominee category.
Mhm.
They're not having that.
Yeah.
That's way too many blacks. One is a lot. Two of them,
Are we really
And then-
still there?
three of them.
Are we really
Because-
still there?
Yes, we are. Yes.
With the Academy Awards.
Because
probably.
Forrest Whitaker could have got nominated, but he didn't.
Mm.
Why do you think he didn't?
Because it's lazy.
Because they
eye.
had Chiwetel.
Because of his lazy eye.
Because of his lazy eye.
10 points.
That's three black guys that they potentially could have had that people thought would have been nominated,
Mhm.
but that would have had to move out three white dudes. That's not happening, man.
That's gonna be the fucking day. Like they're gonna shut the Oscars down
Mm-hmm.
when there's nothing but black nominees.
Yeah, because they can't handle that. That's too much.
Like the guy's gonna be like, and the nominees are
Oh, fuck.
Don Cheadle, Forrest. Is this right?
Is this, really? There's this many?
Okay, it doesn't say BET.
This isn't BET Awards, is it?
Is it the BET Awards?
Yeah, so I mean that's honestly that's what I really think, that there was too much black, that they had to move them out, and
He got
and-
pushed out.
because 12 Years a Slave cleaned up as far as nominees goes. Best actress, best actor, best director, best screenplay.
Okay, but I mean, given that with we're talking specifically best actor, right?
Okay, yeah.
In particular, we'll say best actor for now. The best actor nominees are Christian Bale for American Hustle, deservingly, right?
I haven't seen it. I'll take your word for it.
Well, for me, deservingly. This movie Nebraska has apparently been getting a lot of buzz.
Yeah,
but
I heard about that.
I don't
State
know.
itself has not been.
Yeah, true. Bruce Dern, which
for Nebraska,
right? Which I have no idea about.
Mm-hmm.
Leo for Wolf of Wall Street, deservingly.
Yeah, I don't think he should win it. Definitely deserves to get nominated.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, are they going to give him the pity one?
No,
not for that.
They're giving. I'm. Jesus Christ. I'm predicting it, right? I'm calling it. It's going to Chiwetel, however you pronounce his last name.
Okay, for 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah.
And then Matthew McConaughey for Dallas.
That one surprised me because I thought, I heard he had done well, and I heard it was a good movie, but it surprised me that he got nominated over Tom Hanks and Michael B. Jordan. It really surprised me that he beat them out.
I mean,
but you know why, right? He changed his body and he played an AIDS patient. That's why. It's Oscar bait.
Yeah, it is.
That's what it is. He was asking for it, and they gave it to him.
Yeah.
So you always get that nominee. You play a gay guy, or you lose or gain a lot of weight, or you play a sick guy. Tom Hanks won an Oscar for playing a gay AIDS patient who lost a lot of weight. Philadelphia. He won an Oscar for that.
Great movie.
Then he won an Oscar again for playing a slow person, Forrest Gump.
Forrest Whitaker.
With his lazy eye.
He played Forrest Whitaker.
So yeah, that's Oscar bait, man. Yeah. That's what they talk about when they're talking about going for.
Well, how come Cuba Gooding Jr. didn't get an Oscar for his Cruise movie with Rosalind Sanchez?
What? The fuck are you? Oh, shut up!
What?
What was that movie called?
I don't know.
The Don't Ever Bring That Movie Up Again.
Good one, Mark.
Thanks. Anyway.
Speedboat 2.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why that's not happening.
All right. Fair enough.
It's not. There's just way too many blacks.
But the thing is, I feel like a lot of smaller films got kind of snubbed.
A lot of movies got snubbed this year because they're saying it's like the tightest race in Oscar. Well, not in Oscar history, but in the last couple of years. And I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of them, so I can't really call it, I guess. But
I feel like I've seen a lot of the forerunners in that contest, except for 12 Years a Slave, which I haven't seen yet. But
they water it down because like the best movie nominees, there's 9 of them. There was 10 last year, and they've been doing 10 for the past like 2 or 3 years. Like,
down to 5.
What's the point at that? Who cares?
Everybody can put down their DVDs,
right? You can nominate 10 movies.
It's called Boat Trip.
Boat Trip. Yeah.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba Gooding
Jr.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah, you're speaking German now.
Rosalind Sanchez.
She's hot. Thank you for that worthy addition to this conversation.
Bam, titty, ball.
In keeping with this theme, we will move on to the Godzilla trailer that you played for us a couple minutes ago.
Titty balls?
Because of yes. Is there who is the female lead in that? I mean, I am okay with seeing Bryan Cranston's titty balls.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I didn't like about that trailer was
the whole thing.
No, I mean, I like
who is Godzilla.
I like the trailer. I like that Bryan Cranston's in it. Right, but I've seen him do everything that he was doing in that trailer already in Breaking Bad. So when he does it again, all I see is Walter White.
Well, the thing that I saw in the trailer, and we're talking about the newest trailer that just came out like a week ago, end of February. They Bryan Cranston, I hear what you're saying because he's yelling throughout the entire thing, and you hear Walter White yelling in that. But in that, there was a noticeable like crack in his voice that he didn't have as Walter White. That I noticed that it seemed like he was scared.
The desperation in his voice
that he didn't have as Walter, because as Walter he was powerful most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And as this character, I don't even know his name. He's just a doctor apparently.
They always just need some body to carry the movie.
Yeah,
it can't just be an ensemble of people,
right?
Which I think would be better. You know, because there's never in a disaster like that. Is there always one? There's always that one guy.
Is
But
Bryan Cranston gonna save the world in this movie?
that's
No,
what I'm saying.
but-
Like, why have that one guy? They should have an ensemble of people working on this thing as
Right.
opposed to just Bryan
Well,
Cranston.
there is. There's apparently it's him and his wife. His wife is the one that the
Still focused
thing
on
was
him.
closing, and he's all
Yeah.
emotional in front of.
Figured that.
His son is supposed to be in it too. It's like the story of their family. His son's actually played by the dude that was Kick-Ass. In the Kick-Ass movies. But he's like a soldier. And
Oh right, yeah, that's why that guy looked familiar. I
yeah,
thought
it's
that
him,
was
but
weird.
without hair, basically.
He has like you just see him for like a split second. And he says something like,
Mhm.
"That's a big dinosaur."
Yeah, that's exactly what he says.
That's a line straight from the movie. But it's like World War Z, for
Mhm.
instance. Like the world is coming to an end, and
There's one guy.
there's just one, and he's a fucking journalist. He's just one
no.
guy, and he's
Not a
going.
scientist.
No, he's not a scientist. He's a
Not a
fucking journalist,
So incredibly
And he's-
handsome.
and he's flying from country to country, and they're letting him. They're okay with. They're like, yeah, totally. Why not? Because you are gonna save the world.
It's 'cause he's white.
What about the neuroscience? No. Move him. Look, he's white. Look at him. Look at that flowing, beautiful
Save
hair.
us.
Look at that scarf he wears throughout the entire movie. Why wouldn't we let him on this?
The whole movie is wearing.
He's wearing that fucking
Scarf.
scarf.
I'm kind of cold
around the
neck.
Have you seen that? Have you seen
Oh,
World War
yeah,
Z?
especially in this
I have.
desert.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I don't want to see it.
Yeah, you don't want to see it.
No, it's not very good.
Because it makes me mad because
It's not even bad good. It's just like somewhere
it's just
middle of the road.
yeah, it's one of those just like average.
It's all
You
right.
watch it and you're just like, eh. And then the end, that ending,
The end was a train wreck.
oh,
Like the last half hour was just
makes me
garbage.
so angry.
Like they tacked it on. It was
Yeah.
just like
So, okay, this is the big twist of the movie. Apparently, zombies know when they're sick, right?
Spoiler
That's what it
alert.
was? Yes.
spoiler
Oh, yeah,
alert.
spoiler alert. Oops.
Wait.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we're good.
So, zombies know when you're sick or when you're dying or if you
Mhm.
have something, like if you have a detrimental
disease,
disease.
right.
Any kind of disease, they know. So, in the beginning of the film, when the zombies are like destroying shit, they ignore the hospitals. People kind of think this is peculiar, but they don't really think anything of it until the very end when Brad Pitt, the only guy who figures it out on a planet filled with 7 billion people, the only guy who figures it out is beautiful Brad Pitt, who goes, I think if I jab myself with a disease,
That's right. Yeah.
I'll be all right.
Yep.
And he is. And then he gets back in time, and they're like, we got the vaccine for you, jab.
Yep.
And he's good. And that's how the movie ends. It made me so angry.
Wait.
They-
They
on the-
ignore hospitals.
The zombies do, yeah.
They just completely ignore them.
If I think it's if the people have like a life-threatening disease.
Right.
Like,
They go through them, yeah. They go in them, but they don't go after the people who are,
in the room.
right. They go after like the families and shit, but
Why?
doctors.
they don't really explain. They don't really go into why the
Because
zombies. It was something
I
like
think
they
it was-
want flesh that they can actually.
Right. I think they want to pass the disease on.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I think that's
To-
what it is. To a host that
Healthy
can
hosts
yeah.
that can spread it quicker too.
It's retarded. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Something like that.
So on the one hand, that whole premise, just taking that alone makes me sick.
Yeah.
But then when you read the book itself,
it's so much
the
better.
source material that these filmmakers had that they ignored to make this shit can of a zombie film, it make like if you read the book and you're like, well, of course they're gonna make a movie out of this. This book is incredible. Like all the stuff that they have in this, the way that they write it,
Mhm.
it's awesome. It's a great book. It reads like a movie.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Mm.
And then when you watch the film, you're like, you guys didn't read the book, did you? you saw the title and you said that's a cool title.
The
We're
most-
gonna make a zombie movie with that title.
The most fucked up part is that Max Brooks, the writer of
He
it,
signed off on
Yep.
it. Yeah, he
was a part of it.
writer. He
He's
said,
like, "Yeah,
"Yeah,
sure, go
this,
ahead."
this is totally."
That's
I
fine.
read an interview where he's like, "Yeah, Brad Pitt in it. It's awesome.
did
It's
this.
gonna be
They
great."
All right, Matt. Here's the script, and here's your paycheck.
Yeah.
So maybe you shouldn't.
Let us know how you
read
feel about this.
We're gonna hold on to this. You hold on to that. Right? Right. We're gonna sign your name
I like it.
here. Yeah. So it's that movie made me angry.
Anyway,
Very-
Godzilla.
Back to Godzilla.
Matthew Broderick's not going to do well in it.
If Matthew Broderick's not in it, I don't know if I want to see
I
it.
just hope there's a P.
no,
Diddy
just,
song.
yeah. I mean, I was talking about like 1998 Godzilla.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You know, like that's the movie that's being remade.
Man, it kind of looks like it.
No.
No, the monster itself.
No.
Yeah, he does.
No, it
that
does.
monster was kind of
Yes,
dope
it does.
looking
It
from
looks
'98,
exactly
man.
like 98 Godzilla.
No.
What?
The new one has the fins like old school style. in the back.
98 one didn't have that?
Hell no.
Really?
It had like ruffles on its back.
You sure?
Positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're called scales.
Shut up. Shut your stupid mouth.
For a smart guy.
Ruffles have ridges. Anyway.
It's like the chips.
The other main actor I was going to tell you is Ken Watanabe.
Yeah, I saw him. I like him.
So, yeah. The thing that I heard, though, is that his name is the name of the doctor from the original Godzilla from, like, 58.
Mm-hmm.
So they're thinking that there might be a continuity within there. Obviously, he's not the same guy because he would be, like, 100 or something.
Or so they're saying he's like a descendant?
Maybe. There's no, like, news out of it, but somebody picked up along the lines that he has the same name as the doctor that defeated Godzilla in the first movie.
Right.
And also in the first one, I think that doctor dies.
And they're kind of, and the way that the trailer went, it was kind of like, they've known about him for a long time.
Right.
So it wasn't like a surprise.
Right.
So it could be a sequel, not a remake.
Right. Yeah, and that he's just come back.
Yeah.
Or there's another monster or something.
Well, then again, it couldn't be that because it happened in, like, let's say it happened in the 40s. The original movie happened in the 40s.
50s.
No, I know it happened in the 50s. I'm giving you 10 more years.
Okay.
Because of if a giant monster was terrorizing the world, that wouldn't be something that we all forgot about in 50 years.
True. But also, at the end of Godzilla, like the original one, black and white, he dies. Godzilla dies.
Right.
Like, he explodes.
So, but, if they acknowledge
spoiler alert.
Godzilla.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Sorry. He comes back for sequels after that, but,
He fights metal robots. Spoiler alert.
Oh,
he has
God.
a baby. Spoiler alert.
That's so funny. Don Corleone dies. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
alert.
Okay.
And
No more beer for you, Marco.
98 Godzilla definitely has spikes on his back.
When you looked it up?
Yes. Even the cartoon.
So, anyway, I'm
Shut up, Julio.
I'm reasonably excited for it. I mean,
I'm not reasonably excited for it. I'm excited.
Okay.
I want to see it.
I give it a 2 out of 5 Mickeys.
I want to see a good
On
monster
the excitement
movie.
meter. A good monster movie? You didn't like Pacific Rim?
Yeah,
Is that not good enough?
that's what I'm saying. Something
They need to-
like
they need
that.
to, like, mash Godzilla into Pacific Rim.
They could at this point. He's like, they made him big enough to be fighting.
Oh,
the
it's
Pacific
way
Rim.
bigger.
Yeah.
Way bigger than necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they could just jump into that hole where
Yeah, the little crevasse.
Yeah,
the fucking
That
kaijus
portal.
come
the
out,
kaijus.
and then they jump into this Earth dimension where Godzilla exists.
Yeah, boom.
Boom.
Now we've connected 2 films.
Made it happen.
Oh shit!
What are you doing?
He dropped the mayo.
You guys paused it, right?
No,
Oh my god!
you said not to.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I said keep going, and all you do is comment on me grabbing shit out of the fridge. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
What are we supposed to do without the host?
Oh yeah, now the rules. Well,
Yeah.
since nobody paused it, and since we're re-upping with another beer, we're gonna do a second review. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, damn, that sounded good.
Lost to be found by someone to save you when you're down. Yes, I'm bored when it's bright out. So bored when it's bright out. 4 to 5 a.m. takes me to a place where
So we are drinking a Young's Double Chocolate Stout,
Double
5.2
chocolate
alcohol by volume.
Oh fuck!
This is
You know what it says right on the can?
what's it say right on the can?
Pure luxury.
Mm,
Established in 1831.
I believe it.
I'm excited. There's a big bubble that will not pop in there. It seriously won't. That's kind of weird.
This isn't a regular can either.
Okay,
This shit is-
seriously. What is that? Is that
What?
ice? No, there's a ball in there.
Yeah, there's a ball.
I didn't know there was a
In
ball
all
in there.
stouts, there are balls.
No, there
Yes.
isn't.
And if you open a Guinness
In the cans.
in the
In the
cans,
cans.
Yeah.
for whatever,
It's like a
reason.
diffuser or something.
It does. I don't know what it does. I don't know what it does.
It
I'm not even gonna lie or like,
No,
I'm not gonna make up a story. I don't know what it does. There's a
Okay,
ball in
well,
stouts.
it freaked me out for a second. I'm like, what the fuck is that in the can?
that's why I made that like squirty noise because it popped it out.
Well, let's taste it.
Here.
We're here.
Mm.
That is a tasty beverage.
Oh man, that's good.
Yeah.
Stout.
That tastes with chocolate.
You know, it's good coming from going from the IPA to that.
Yeah.
It was really good. It was a good transition.
Nice.
You know?
Unlike this podcast.
We should get a nice,
Yeah.
nice drinking regiment down.
Yeah.
Transitioning.
And that's how we move through these
You know what
drinks.
this tastes like?
What's it taste like?
It tastes like a sweet black and mild. Like
Yeah, it does a
like
little
if
bit.
it wasn't a disgusting thought to drink a black and mild.
Mm-hmm. Because all I think about is like throwing a black and mild
Yeah.
into water and just.
It kind of does, yeah. Like that sweet whip tip too.
Yeah, it's the scent of a black and mild.
I say,
Shut up.
I-
And with that, my name is Sean Dave. Go ahead.
no, you don't tell me to shut up. I run this, and I'm gonna keep running. I'm gonna keep running.
Say your name. Say my
You
name.
think you're gonna be pressing buttons here, boy?
All right,
This is
go ahead.
Obesius. This is a train wreck at this point.
Who are you?
Your mother.